Welcome to the late AM show with Angelo Marinosci Jr. and co-host Ed Fagan. This show has been pre-recorded for your pleasure. Rock on by. Welcome to the late AM show with Angelo Marinosci Jr. and co-host Ed Fagan. This show has been pre-recorded for your pleasure. Rock on by.
Kinda strange for me, what you want around, what you settle down and then go. Kinda strange for me, what you settle down, what you come around, you're getting old. Kinda strange for me. Number 4 for you. We're going down. 10-8-7-6-5-4-3-2-1. Kaboom. Welcome back to the late AM with the Angelo show. We're on live here from 8 to 10. We had to chase the previous employees out here a little while. They came in late. We've got a whole lineup of real talent for you tonight. We've got a young lady who can play the fiddle as good as anyone I've ever seen. And she's so cute holding it that everybody giggles when they look at her. They go, look at this kid. How can this be so cute? I've got some old friends who I have begged, borrowed, and stolen from Connecticut, nearby Waterford, Connecticut, alive and well, still kicking. One guy I talk about an awful lot because he's a dear friend of mine, a lifelong friend. Ramblin Norman Belanger is down here with us. We dragged him out of the house. His girlfriend kicked him out. His girlfriend, his wife. His wife. She chased him out with a broom. Go on the radio, she said. Go down there with your crazy little buddy. I've got another dear friend of mine, wonderful Mike Ward. Mike Ward's going to do some great music along with Norman. We might even jam a little bit live. Of course, I'm joined this evening by Mademoiselle Michelle. And I'm wondering, I'm looking at the clock and I go, I wonder what time it is. I think it's
Little potato bug.
It's potato bug time. We see you out there, Gail, giggling, holding your mouth, saying, what was that? And I've got Mr. Crazy Dr. Chaos, who's joined me with the list of information. Ed Fagan, get off the roof up there, Eddie. He's trying to fly again. Look, he's jumping.
Thanks for the helicopter ride in again.
Oh, we had a smooth ride, no turbulence today. Of course, we landed on the VIP pad before we went into the luxury lounge where they had a large meeting waiting for us. All the capitans of the industry were here waiting for us. We had many big deals to make. And we had to chase the beatnik hooligans out of the street. They were occupying everything. And the hundreds of people that line the streets that we join every week. When we come, we just can't get through the crowds. The crowds are enormous. Norman, don't let them drag you away. There they are, moving and grooving. We're coming to you live. WARL 1320 on your AM dial. If you're listening to us on the computore, then you're probably catching us on www.1320thedrive.com. We've got some numbers you can call us. We like when people call. There's some strange people out there who call. They scare me. I'm afraid to go near the parking lot sometime. Ed, you want to tell us about those numbers?
Yeah, we have an 800 number, 1-866-854-9275, and the local number is 401-273-6734, and the other number is 401-273-6764. And I heard there'll be some people calling in. They said today at the
people have been listening. We've got a nice audience out there. Today we were out at. I'm having trouble with my microphone. Keeps trying to jump out and run away, I think. We were over at the Arpeggio today, Cafe Arpeggio in Fall River, one of our regular beatnik hangouts, where you can catch live acoustic music. Live acoustic music. You can walk in off the street, sit there and listen to a plethora of talent and original music and people who've been working at it all their lives. They're young upstarts like this gorgeous young girl that's going to play tonight. Eddie got so upset when he heard her play. He went home and he jumped up and down on his violin for an hour.
She's been playing a year or so more than me.
Yeah, she's something, isn't she?
She's a lot better than
I
I
am.
am.
And she's a lot of fun to watch. She does such a nice job up there. I went and I invaded her mom's space. I said, listen, I've got a radio show. I'm a crazy man. Come bring your daughter tonight. Have your husband drive the two of you out, or three of you. They got a gorgeous child here, too. And I think she's going to be stepping up to the plate pretty soon, in fact, because I know Dad's got some time restraints. And he was kind enough to drive all the way out here from Dartmouth on a moment's notice. So I don't want to overstay my welcome there. I want to have that young lady come up soon. Bring her at least up forward here. I know it's a long, long walk down that hallway. Go down about 3 blocks. Take that left, Eddie. And, all right, flag that bus. That's good. Flag that bus. That's good. All right, we got the bus pulling over. All right, he'll be back in a few moments. And we've got a lot of listings we're going to talk to you about. We got a lot of original music. And I think I'm going to do something off one of my my CD, or one of my CDs. Let's see. Let me think about what it is I want to play. Michelle's looking at me saying, what do you want to play? And I'm saying, I don't know. Let's think about it. Do you have the live album up there, Michelle? No? Do you have the Dead album? Am I dead on one of them? Angelo Dead, From the Ground. Listen to him hum. That's the Buddhist rendition, I think, of all the songs. We've got, take the number 2, Two Good Blues, and pop on number 6. Are they all down here? Are they down here with us?
And I've got some CDs here, too, that were given to us.
Oh, who are those? Let's see who we got there, because we've got a real pile of stuff that's been coming in. Oh, we got Peter Mack. You know what? Let's put on something by Peter Mack right away. Okay, and then we'll go to Bill. And in a few moments, I'm going to interview this lovely young woman. Are you back here with us already? Look at that. They went around the block. I want to ask you a couple of questions. That way you can hear my loud voice from deep, deep and far away. Can you hear me good over there?
I can hear you fine.
Tell us your name.
My name is Shayna Gonsales.
Oh, that's it. Shayna. I couldn't remember the name Shayna. How old are you?
I am 16 years old.
16 years old. And how long have you been playing the violin?
About 7 years.
Do you call it the violin or the fiddle?
The violin.
The violin.
Yeah.
Is that like you play the violin when your teacher's around, but when you talk to your friend, you say, I'm getting out with the fiddle tonight with all my friends. We're making a movie, and we're yucking it up out in the backyard, right?
No, it's just the violin.
It's just a violin. We're going to have you play in a few moments. We're going to take it away with Peter Mac. We got something by Peter Mac. Do you have a title off that? I don't know if there's a title listing on that. Because we're getting some raw material in from people, and we're playing it all. I'm anxious to get everything we can onto this show. We're moving right along. Oh, he's written something in another language. Now, if you knew Peter Mac, Peter, if you're out there, you psychedelic individual yet, Shenandoah Sleigh Ride.
Is the duck song on
Is that right? Is it Shenandoah Sleigh Ride? Does that look right?
Sleigh Ride.
All right, that's what we've got. We've got his first take on his first CD, Shenandoah Sleigh Ride. Peter Mac. We've got Mark, and we've got Scott working over there with a bunch of nice guys that are really helpful. These guys have been human to me. I've been human to them. And by that I mean we go in there and have real conversations. We talk about music. We talk about life, politics, a little bit of everything. I get a lot of my equipment there, my strings, other needed things. I've actually hand-carried, and this is true, hand-carried people right to their doorstep because they're about to buy something. And I'll say, come with me. I want you to meet these guys because they're very pleasant to deal with. They bring things down to a personal level so you don't feel like you're just walking into some vast, gigantic arena of guitars being thrown at you by young people who have no idea what they're looking at. And they say, would you like that in a size 7? Oh, I'm sorry, we're talking about guitars. You know, that kind of shipyard mentality goes along with some of the super-sized stores. If you're looking for a good purchase or if you're looking to go sit and meditate for a while and play an instrument, stop by Ray Bullen's Music on Swansea Mall Drive, in Swansea, Massachusetts. Go see those guys. Eddie, you want to recite those numbers again for our call-ins? Our lines are hot. You can start calling in a few moments. We'll be taking calls. We've got Ramblin Norman Belanger. Ramblin Norman, or I like to call him Normando, who's going to be playing with us tonight. In fact, he and I might jam together. We've been jamming together since we were about a foot high, and now we're a foot and a half high, which is a weird thing. And we once went to a wedding where we saw a lot of old friends, and there was this one gentleman that we knew from our early childhood who was a great big man. He was a great big man as we were growing up. Now he had come down to the size of about an orangutan. He had shrunk so much with age. We looked at each other and said, man, if he's an orangutan, we're going to be chimps before the decade is over, man. Woo! I've also got Mike Ward here, a big teddy bear of a guy. He and I are like brothers from the minute we met. We looked at each other, grinned. We were playing guitars in a rainstorm somewhere. We brought it inside under one empty light bulb and played until they threw us out. That's really the truth, right? Mickey's social, man. And we looked at each other, immediately said, this guy's as crazy as I am. Let's play all night. I've got my man Ed Fagan, who I like to call Dr. Chaos, and Mademoiselle Michelle, who's up there on the board. She's ready. Oh, look at the time. The time is going by. What time is it? Come on, what time is it? I think it's time. Isn't it time for the Potato Bug song?
No.
I'm going to haunt you all night with that. She did this once, and now I won't let her forget it at all. All right, I've got a little doll here. In a moment, first of all, he's going to read some numbers, and then we're going to go right on. I want this wonderful young woman to make some music because I want her dad to get to work on time without any high-speed driving or whatever, and I mean that. Let's hear some numbers.
Sure. The toll-free number is 1-866-854-9275, and the local number is 407-273-6734, 407-273-6764.
All right. I'm going to ask for your name again because I want to make sure I don't make a mistake. I want to say Shayna Gonsales.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, Shayna Gonsales. All right, here we are with a debut. I snatched this girl right out of the restaurant today. Went over and said to her mom, come on, you got to bring her on the radio show tonight. All right, here we have her radio debut. Enjoy, darling. All right. Oh, so wonderful. She stood on the stage this afternoon, and people's mouths dropped, their eyes popped out of their head, and they looked so pleasant. All of a sudden, the whole room changed. I want a round of applause here. We have a massive live audience, several thousand people. Now, I don't want you to trip going through the heavy crowd on the way out to the parking lot today. I'm going to have you on again, I promise you, all right? I want you to stay in touch with the show.
All right.
You'll listen in. I'll mention your name every now and then. And I'm going to be looking for you over at Arpeggio. And we're going to tell you, Ed's going to tell you some other open mics, too, that we are very active in and whatnot. I want to thank her mom and dad, who are so kind to let me practically kidnap the entire family for a short time here. And they surely have a lot to be proud of. And I had to learn some new hand tricks for their... what's your little sister's name? Jaden. What is it? Jaden. Jaden? Yeah. Jaden. Jaden, are you out there? Is she out there? Where's Jaden? Is she out there? Can she hear me? Jaden, we're watching you. Bye-bye. She's outside. She's probably hiding under the covers now. All right. Thank you very much for coming out here. Ed, you got a few listings for us, eh?
Tell you about a show last night, if I could, that I went to see at the Coffee House 309.
309.
I did.
309.
This was the
Giddy up, 309. Oh, that was 409. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This was the best coffee house that I've ever seen a performance at.
The best coffee house in his entire life.
It's actually a Unitarian church, but you could this crowd was listening so intently that you
That's
could hear
great.
you could hear a pin drop.
Now, where is that? What town?
This is in Fall River.
Fall River.
And,
Very cool. Very cool.
There was an amazing guitar player, Seth Connolly, and
It was good, huh?
yeah. Also, Rick Fetters played, and he
Very
plays.
cool.
He
Very
plays
cool.
awesome.
Rick Fetters. I'm wondering if Rick Fetters is going to call in tonight.
hope
I'm
he
going to
does.
play some of his music. I want to abuse him on the air.
He and Sargent.
Sergeant, the dogs. Beautiful dog. You see those dogs today?
did.
Oh, he showed up in full battle array with these two beautiful animals. Where else have you been, man? Anything else going on?
Yeah.
We have a conversation here coming up about we went down to the river, down.
Well, we started out at.
Go
well,
ahead. We started out
We started out on Wednesday at the Brooklyn Coffee
the
House.
Brooklyn Tea and Coffee House.
I hosted
Let the
it there.
Brooklyn be your morning coffee house. Tony, are you listening to us out there?
That's right. And we had a
Tony, if you show up tonight, you better be carrying a hot cup of coffee, or don't even come around.
right. And there was some really great players that showed up. Just happened to show up late.
Exactly.
Some of your friends.
Yeah. We had a nice crowd there. It was a good crowd. And one of them was Don Hammondtree.
Don Hammondtree.
And towards the end of the night, as we were breaking up, we said, hey, what are you doing? And he said, well, I actually got some time, and I wanted to go down and check this place, Aria, or is it Aurea? It's either Aria in
venue.
Newport,
Aria venue.
or
right.
it's Aria,
and
Aurea.
And the beautiful Shelley.
All right, the beautiful Shelley. And
Right.
so we jump in the car, we drive all the way down there, and now you and I have some real differences about this place. No, the people who worked there were wonderful. The sound system, stupendous.
Right.
But I would suggest that this place be used, because I think that's what their main interest is. This is a rocker's paradise for an open mic. That's what I think. But if you're an acoustic player, go in there in a suit of armor with carrots stuck in your ears, I think, because it's a loud place. And, I mean, we all played acoustically that night, and they handled us great. Of course, there was no one on the dance floor because we got there late. It was late there and whatnot. But we got a great reception. The people are wonderful. The place is great inside, right?
Yeah.
Just that I have real differences about whether or not this is an acoustic venue or not.
Well, I agree with you that it's more of a rock venue, and there was a band playing there when we started. But I would say that with the sound system they have, you can really sound amazing.
Tell them about the band. What's the name of the band? Do you remember the
I
name
don't.
of the band?
I don't remember.
It sounds kind of like
It was a garage, sort of a garage band, right? I think every song was the same.
After a while, we looked and said, "Is this their first song or their ninth?"
It was
We
about the
couldn't
ninth.
tell,
It was,
right?
Yeah, it was about the ninth
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
So
And I mean, I have no problems admitting that. And in some cases, I'm showing my age because I'll walk into these places. They're so loud that I'm pushed back out into the parking lot about 10 feet before I can crawl back into the door.
now this
right?
was a Wednesday night at midnight. We showed
Midnight.
up. So
But that's their venue. I mean, that's what they
well,
do.
from
They have a
9 to 1 or something
9
like
to
that.
1 until you pass out or go blind or whatever. We're going to have Mike Ward joining us in a few
Okay.
moments. And we're going to come back to Eddie with some other things. He's got a long list of stuff. Any calls coming in? Do we have anybody calling in yet at all? And did you find those CDs, Angelo dead at the...
I did.
I'm teasing Michelle because I left a trail of stuff tonight that we're going to play, and I hid them like little gifts in different places, and we had so much stuff to put together. And we had to chase our previous tenants out here a little bit. They're very nice to us. They're very, very nice people, and they just ran a little bit late, so we came in like wild beasts of burden because I had a good hallway full of people here waiting to play. And Mike Ward's here from Waterford, Connecticut. He's going to step up to the plate in a moment, and I want to talk to him a little bit about a few things. And I think his CD, do we have one of his CDs? We got one of his CDs because that's one of the... I always talk about this CD as one of the best things that I have yet to hear. And for a lot of reasons. Number one, he had some people contributing to it. He's written some great materials. And you want to plug him in? Is that what you're saying? Are you trying to get too friendly with Mike? Is he trying to get very personal? Another mic, another microphone? Yes. Oh, he won't. He'll have both of these. He'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be good. And he's boisterous. He's loud. We'll have to quiet him down in a moment. He may want a set of headphones though to hear what's going on. But where was I just then? I was lost in my own madness again. Where were we? We were somewhere.
We have something for your CD ready with your
Oh,
music?
we're going to
and
hear
Mike
Angelo
Ward?
Dead. Is this from my second CD?
Yeah,
Is that the one that
number
says Me
6.
Too on it? All right, let's play my second album called Two Good Blues, and this is the 6th track off that. And Michelle's being patient and helpful. Mademoiselle Michelle. Don't talk to strangers. Watch where you go. Stand in the shadows. Don't let them know. I know you're crazy. Laugh if you can. I've seen your madness. You're an evil man. You're an evil man. You're an evil man. When you come round here, be sure to leave your blues behind. A cracking chain would only drag me back in time. It's no fun for me to see your spirit turn to stone. You're the one I know, the one who always brings the rain. Don't talk to strangers. Watch where you go. Stand in the shadow. Don't let them know. I know you're crazy. Laugh if you can. Analyze your madness. You're an evil man. You're an evil man. ARL 1320 on your dial. Coming to you live on 1320 WARL Radio. If you listen to us online, we're www.1320thedrive.com, but Michelle keeps shutting me off. You know why? Because it's the Potato Bug song. It's coming at us live. Once again, I want to hear the Potato Bug song.
Little potato bug.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The amazing Potato Bug song. I'm joined here right now by truly one of my good buddies in the world, Mike Ward. Dig it?
Hello, Angelo. How are you?
I'm good,
You
man.
look you're in good form tonight.
I'm in good form. I'm happy. I couldn't wait for you guys to come down here. I talk a lot about all you guys, all my good friends, what I call my A-list with music, right?
We have a road trip coming, you know.
Cool,
A
man.
whole hour.
An hour, wow. Did you use the passport that we made for you? The one that cites you as a Colombian drug lord or something to get you across the border? That's the only people who can move freely around the country.
I took a nap.
Norman, why didn't you let him wear the helmet? I want to know. What is going on in this world? How you been?
Excellent.
I want to talk a little bit about a few things you've done. Number one, you did this album actually about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes, in '97.
97. And it was about 2 years in the making, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I was working on it nights.
And
know,
are you going to do one of the pieces live for us tonight?
Yes.
In a little while? All right.
I'm going to do Yardbirds.
Oh, wow, groovy.
That's a good
And I'll
one.
try to sit it out. I'll try not to pick up my guitar and start playing along, because you know when I hear that, I want to dance around and play with you, right, man?
Right.
But I'm going to let you relax and enjoy it. What's your day gig? Because I like talking about that stuff.
Work on a ferry boat.
Tell them what you do, man.
Mostly sailor's mate on the ferry boat.
Tell them which ferry boat.
Right now I'm on the Mary Ellen. Goes from New London to Orient Point.
Dig it.
And,
You go across that big, foggy Long Island Sound. right?
Yesterday we saw a pod of dolphins
Wow.
in the Long Island Sound.
Now, is that the same as an iPod? I get confused.
It's like a herd.
A herd.
It's a water herd.
A gaggle of dolphins.
Gaggle is the geese. But
The
a
geese. Well,
pod
they
of
kind of
I
look
think it's
alike.
A pod.
A
Of
pod.
dolphins.
All right. A pod. You've got a beautiful wife. You've got your own pod of children now. How many kids you got now?
3.
You got 3. When I met you, you were a swashbuckling, bar
Confirmed
jumping,
bachelor.
confirmed bachelor, living in a trailer. I mean, I want to say they're great. They're golden, right? They are golden.
Right.
And I remember the first night you came to my house. Now, I don't want to say this because it'll sound terrible, but it was the first time we were celebrating together. And we stood up all night, and I think we drank a bottle and a half of scotch each and played music until we both passed out. But we're in my yard, so there was no harm done.
Right.
But I do remember you falling off the stairs and hitting the ground so hard that I think the windows popped out on the 3rd floor.
That wasn't the first night.
That wasn't the first night.
No.
All right,
Remember
okay.
yeah.
That's
That
right.
was
to
the
the other
4th of
house.
July
That was the
party,
4th of July party that went on for 3 days.
Right.
That's what it was. Okay. So we were celebrating. But that was a rare occasion. We
Right.
very rarely did that. And but right from the beginning, we really did. We met at a party at Mickey Scotia's out on Jamestown.
Right, I forgot about that light
Yeah.
bulb thing. Yeah.
One light bulb on, about 25 people in a nasty little cabin, right? And we were standing toe-to-toe jamming until the music was on, man.
Yes,
And we
that
had a
was
good
great.
time.
That was
All right, I'm going to let you cut loose in a moment now and do some songs.
Okay.
Because I'm anxious to hear you. And it's so nice. I want to thank you very much for coming out
Oh, it's my pleasure.
and performing for us tonight. We're going to hear now a song from Mike Ward live on WARL Radio, coming to you on 1320 AM.
The rain last night knocked the dust down hard. But still feeling like a ghost town around the old shipyard. Cold steel standing still in the sky. The wheels of winches turning. The grinding gears along the piers. The diesel engines burning. It had a lot to do with the contract that they signed. They grossly underbid it, and they knew it at the time. And when the government refused to pay, the cost overruns. All the work came to a screeching halt, and they laid off everyone. Now it's hard times for the yardbirds, struggling to get by, making ends meet by the skin of their teeth, or swallowing their pride. 'Cause it ain't easy standing tall and looking dignified, 'cause there's just no respect waiting on a check, the unemployment line. All's quiet on the waterfront for the first time in years. All's quiet in the local pubs where the workers stopped for beers. And there's something in the air, you can feel it everywhere. Counting their blessings while praying the recession, they'll live up to their worst fears. Now it's hard times for the yardbirds, struggling to get by, making ends meet by the skin of their teeth, while swallowing their pride. 'Cause it ain't easy standing tall and looking dignified, 'cause there's just no respect waiting on a check, the unemployment line. 'Cause there's no respect waiting on a check, the unemployment line.
The amazing Mike Ward, all the way up from now a man of Connecticut. Of course, originally you're from where, Mike?
Barrington, Rhode Island. Grew up in Barrington.
Barrington, Rhode Island.
And then Providence, South County, all over Rhode
You were a regular in Newport.
Yes, yes.
You
I
were
lived in
well known in
for
Newport.
about
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah, look, a lot of people I know down in Newport knew your name immediately when I'd mention it. I'd say, I'm playing with you guys.
Yeah, I missed that
jamming.
crowd, you know?
Yeah, lively crowd. It was a lively time,
Yeah,
right?
we had quite a crew down there.
A good crew, and a lot of other people doing some good things. In fact, I just saw Mickey Scotia not too long ago. I've invited him to be on the show or call in
Excellent.
at least and talk to us a little bit. And I've been doing a lot of stuff to promote Joey's new group, Minor Swing. We've had the music on the show, and
I sail with Chuck. Chuck plays with him. He's one of the captains down
Right.
with us. Yeah.
Right. And they're quite a band. They're interesting stuff like that. Real hip. It's so hip sounding gypsy music. Gypsy swing music.
Right.
You want to get up and start dancing. I mean, it's like no matter who you are, you feel like they got that crazy moving in my foot. I can't stop my foot. My foot's dancing all over the room, right? That's what happens. And they look so good up there. They're all smiling. They're playing really well. And they do a great job with Django Reinhardt music. And
Right.
so I think he's found his niche because he's doing such great stuff on fiddle now. And I want to hear another piece. We're going to take something right off your CD in a moment. And I've got a whole a slew of songs on this CD that I absolutely love, and of course the Michael Ward's title to his CD is "The Way You Speak Your Mind," and I think we'll do that. It's number 8, the name track of the piece. Let's take that. Let's take it away with that. We're coming to you live on WARL, late AM with Angelo. Here we go with Mike Ward's "The Way You Speak Your Mind."
Dark clouds in the sky, feels like rain, but that's okay with me. Summertime doesn't seem the same since you've been spending time with me. Warm summer rain comes down with your words so kind. I love the way you speak your mind. After all, how else could you get across to me? Sometimes I know I fail to see there's so much that I overlook. But then again, what good would it be if you could read me like an open book? Page after page, I'm leading you on like some suspenseful mystery. Day after day, I'm lost within my songs, and that's just the way I'll always be. I don't know what it is, it's just something driving me on and on. A warm summer rain comes down with your words so kind. I love the way you speak your mind. After all, how else could you get across to me? I remember, as if in a dream, being together when the leaves turn green. Now here we lie in July, and I wonder, do you get the gist of what I mean? I love the way you smile, the way your eyes they shine when you look at me so tenderly. I think I'll stay a while. If you don't mind, maybe we could just sit and shoot the breeze. After all, it is another one of those things lovers do. A warm summer rain goes down with your words so kind. I love the way you speak your mind. After all, how else could you get across to me?
Ah. That's Michael Ward, my friend. Singing from his album, The Way You Speak Your Mind. That's the title song, and I have to ask you this question because I consider you a dear friend. We've talked about a lot of things, and we've had some good experiences and some bad experiences together and whatnot, right? So it makes you real friends. And we've always spoken heart to heart. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and you can let it roll off your back a little bit, but was there something in particular that motivated that song?
Yes. A friend of mine, Kim Lee Revock, the instrumental right before that's titled Revock, and she was a friend of mine.
Alrighty. So it's a nice thing to hear because with that much meaning in a song, it had to be dedicated to something substantial. I think you and I have talked about this a lot. The best songs, it's just like the best paintings, the best books. They come from real experiences, real people. You don't just pull them out of the sky and make them like
all the
post-toasty
songs
stuff.
on that CD are real.
They mean something, and I know that about you because especially at the time I met you, you were going through major changes in your life and like a social upheaval, man, right?
Right, but it turned out great.
It turned out good. Look, how could it be better?
It couldn't be better.
You're madly in love with your wife. You have beautiful kids. You have a home in Connecticut. You have great talents.
It's a miracle.
You made it happen. See, the only magic in life is the magic we make. The only joy in life is the joy we make. Right? It's cool.
You're
now,
responsible.
Huh?
You're responsible. Who else is going to do it?
Dig it. You got to do it yourself. That's the point. That's the whole point. Do you have any musical venues coming up? Because that's the thing I'm waiting to do is to get you back in the saddle because you've been raising a family, doing your job, getting your captain's license and all that stuff, and a lot of stuff going on. So I'm very anxious to see you back and around playing, unless you've been playing in Connecticut and I don't know about it.
No, I haven't. Actually, I've been doing a lot of Old MacDonald, the Wheels on the Bus.
Could you give me a
Twinkle,
quick verse
Twinkle,
without the
Little
guitar?
Star.
I want to hear the Wheels on the Bus. Come on.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town.
Now, that doesn't go over very well in those bars in Connecticut, I don't think. I don't know.
No, but
that's for the little people in your house.
The ice cream bars, big.
Give me the names of your kids and their age.
Oh, Julia, who is 5, she'll be 6 in August.
Okay.
Hannah will be 4 in June.
Cool.
And Liam will be 2 in June.
Just too cool. And your lovely wife.
Or August, I guess.
And your lovely wife, who you have not been
Pamela.
married how long, Pam? Yeah.
6 years.
And
I
you
guess,
guys see,
7 years.
you actually met, in a sense, in my dock room.
Right.
You're another couple that became romantically involved in my dock room and then started meeting.
Actually, the first time I actually didn't meet her, but the first time I saw her was at Mickey's.
At Mickey's, okay.
And then
but you
about a
didn't meet
year
her.
later
Yeah,
at your house.
my dock room, and you started doing ooby doobies from across the room.
Ooby-dooby, right.
All right, I introduced you to the word ooby doobies, the eyebrows going up and down, and the nods. And see, Michelle, I tell you all the time, romanticism is alive and well under the amber glow.
That's right, or
See?
else we call it muckaluck.
Muckaluck, man, some muckaluck, right? Ah.
That's a new one.
This is Angelo Marinosci on Late AM. We're coming to you live, WARL 1320 on your AM dial. And if you're listening to us on www.1320thedrive.com on the computer, you can get us nice and clear anywhere on the planet. Anywhere on the planet, and I dare someone to call us. We haven't gotten any calls yet this evening, and I'm hoping we've got some live bodies out there or playing the deadbeats. I don't know, one or the other. Eddie, did you have some more listings that I robbed out from under you? Do you have a few more things that you wanted to add to me tonight? To climb into my consciousness, the madman, Dr. Chaos, has returned now. He's all ripped apart. His clothes are torn. He's angry. Barroom brawling again, Eddie? I told you leave the little people alone.
Well, I did want to mention that you just talked about some of your friends that are in minor swing. On May 20th, they're at the Brooklyn Coffee and Tea House.
Yeah, May 20th, the Brooklyn Tea and Coffee House. Let the Brooklyn be your morning coffee house.
And then the Coffee Depot, if you choose to go there.
Where's
if
that?
you're-
I don't know where that is.
Well,
Where's that?
that's near you, I think, in Warren. And that's your dear friend, John Fusak.
Right. He's over there? Is that
Yep.
what's going on?
Yep.
Great. All right.
Um,
Guy who's writing for Motif now. He's been with Riza for many years, and he was also here in Rhode Island, which entitled a lot of Rhode Islanders to be involved in a big musical production of live acoustic music and bands and whatnot. He's been very proactive for a long time. John Fusak.
Yep. Next Saturday night, Les Sampu at the Coffee House 309 in Fall River, and I mentioned that as a really great venue to
Yeah,
see
it's cool.
somebody.
That sounds
Have you
good.
been? Have you been?
No,
to
I'm going to have to. What night is that open?
Saturday nights.
Saturday night.
Yep.
It's Saturday night, and I just got paid. Right? That's
Y-
good.
I
It's a good
mean,
place to go.
Yeah,
Rock and rolling
a
over there.
listening audience.
Look
like
at Norman
I've never-
Belanger out there moving around like a Brahma bull. He's ready. He's ready for action. He's ready for danger. I'm gonna ask my good buddy Mike Wood to step aside just for a few moments so I can get Norman up here. Now I'm hoping that Mike doesn't get lost because our studio is so enormous. We actually have women in those bunny suits who drive you around in golf carts to make sure that you can go from one of our vending areas to the pool and then back again to the bar. And then if you'd like, you can go have your personal trainer attend to you. What is her name, the trainer? Inga? Is it Inga? And of course, Norman, like myself, is a very tall Norwegian man. He goes by the name Johan. We used to sing in the musical duet Johan and Borg, do their favorite Swedish tunes from... Norman, you want to step up here, man? You can't get away now. We've got the cops looking at you, man. What's going on? We've got people out there in the
beeping
streets
out
waving.
there.
They're beeping and waving, man. They're beeping and waving. And we've got a lot of live music going on here tonight. We've got Norman. We've got Ramblin, Norman Belanger, stepping up to the plate. And in a few minutes, he's going to do something. I may join him because Norman and I actually started singing in the womb together. And our parents were not happy about that at all, but it really hurt. It really had some big problems involved. This is Angelo Marinosci with Late AM. Again, I want to talk to you about the guys over at Mullins Music that do such a great job handling instruments. They've got those Gibsons over there. They've got those Gibson guitars. And I think we're going to hear something from Ross Robinson. I think we got some Ross Robinson up there. And Ross was with us last week. We had a terrific show last week, and we had a group of ladies on board. Joanne Lurgio, who I want to give a special thanks to. She did such a great job. We also had Liz Bemke, who, again, really knocked them out. And we had Kim Trusty, who joined us. She did a cameo appearance with her song Mama. We had a Mother's Day show, which I thought was really, really nice. A very sweet show. And Ross Robinson was like the cameo guy, because I've got a number of guys that I'm going to have, a number of people that are cameos for me. And by that I mean they'll come on and join whoever is here and fill in the spots. And Ross was doing some lead guitar and slide. He did a great job. He was a lot of fun. He's a real nice guy. And he's easy to be around with. And every now and then, Eddie and I drag him off to some crazy venue with us, and he tries to figure out why short people are so funny. Because Ross is one of these great big guys. I think he's actually Norwegian, isn't he? Mr. Robinson, are you playing guitar? Yes, I'm playing guitar with Ingar and Borg. I've got Norman Belanger here. Now, I always talk about Norman Belanger. It always comes up in different forms, and I'm going to be telling you in a few moments why. We ready with some Ross Robinson up there? Let's hear anything by that guy. I enjoy him. Here we go, from the album, Ross Robinson. Slippery Fingers by Ross Robinson. He does some nice stuff. He did some great slide here with us. I love slide. I do some slide myself. I beat the machine up a little bit, but some of these guys, they got those silky, silky fingers. There may be a cameo by Johnny Mack here tonight, too, who's a real wild man. He's kind of like an Einstein Buddhist monk, transcendental wacko beatnik Chicano guy. I mean, it's like he's too cool. And we started talking. I hadn't seen him in about 8 years, and I got him to come up and play at the Brooklyn. And he comes in like thunder and lightning or something, right? The way he moves around the room, everything about him is so very colorful guy. I'm hoping he might show up tonight, or we'll have him on very soon. I've got some regulars I'm not hearing from. I'm wondering if Bill and Pam are okay, because they always call. I'm always in touch with them. I didn't see them today at the Arpeggio. If you guys are out there, if you're alive and well, give us a call. I'm wondering what's going on. And Rick Fettis, I thought, was going to call me this evening. We talked a little bit. I said, do me a favor, call me tonight, because I got a few things I want to ask you on the air. I would like to ask you a proverbial question. He's downloading your pictures as we speak. He's preoccupied in his narcissism. Ricky, are you looking at your pictures, Ricky? Ricky, let your pictures go. You know, I'm looking at the clock, and I know what time it is. It's the Potato Bug song time. Where's the potato bug, Gail? Where is it? Come on,
I can't do it.
Come on, a little shame goes a long way.
Little potato bug.
Here we are. Mademoiselle Michelle is bringing you the madness of the moment, along with Crazy Man himself, Dr. Chaos, lurking in the darkness of your mind. I've got a dear friend of mine here. You know when they say no tit for tat? Well, he and I think, had the tit or the tat, but we've been around each other our whole lives. This is Norman Belanger. We like to call him Ramblin' Norman. Norman was one of the many friends I had that was like a perpetual transient, moving from one apartment to another. He always used to say, I keep my my best guitar and a bag of underwear next to the door in case I got to make a quick move. Right, Norm?
That's about it, Ange. That's about it.
How long have we known each other, Norman? Tell him.
I've known you since you were about 4 or 5 years old.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, this is true. I always say this. Rick Fettis is on the line. Tell Rick, hold on. Don't you go away, Rick. I'll reach inside this microphone and pull your little nose off. Okay. So tell them how many years that is, Norman.
Go back 60 years.
60 years, huh? Almost.
Yeah.
Just about. It's amazing because one of the first names that I learned outside of my own family names was Normie. And I remember coming to your house in a snowstorm, pulling my sled with my teddy bears. Right? That's how far back we go.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I love saying that stuff. There was a time that I'd be embarrassed to say that. I think it's great now because we look at each other and we say, man, look at us. We've been around the whole distance, and we're going to be around the whole distance. We've been too good to each other. Right?
We've played music in a lot of different places.
And some of them we'll never confess to.
Yeah.
Some we're proud of, and in some
Yeah.
cases, well, maybe not too proud.
Yep.
And Rick Fettis, are you out there? Rick Fettis?
Hey, how are you?
How are you, buddy? I saw those beautiful dogs out in front of the Arpeggio today. I'm so jealous. I'll tell you a story someday about 2 German Shepherd puppies like that.
There's Kojak, Sebastian, and Sergeant are just so happy to be radio personalities.
Oh, they are. They're
radio
famous now. I'm going to have them on the cover of Rolling Stone pretty soon. I'm going to be posing in the window here with a loincloth with the 3 big dogs standing around me like wild perpetual puppies here.
By
or
that
something.
time, the puppies will be big.
They'll be big. I'm gonna in a little bit. We're gonna close the hour off, and we're gonna come back right after the hour. I want you to stay on because I have a couple of questions I want to interview you with. You've been in the folk scene for how long, Rick?
Oh, gosh. Let me see. 12 years, 14 years old, so that makes it... Yeah, you don't want to know that.
Well, it's a long time, anyways.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
It's longer than
we
dirt.
go back to the 60s.
What do we got? We coming down? Are we coming down? We're coming down. I can hear the hour coming to a close here. Hold on. We're sliding away, Rick. Hold on. Grab it. We're leaving you now with Herbie Mann, live for the Village Gate, New York, 1961. And the song is Coming Home Baby, one of my all-time favorites. It was a summer night. I was driving around and I heard this on AM radio coming from New York, and I went out and bought it the next day, and now you can hear it. bad woman got a hold on me. Big bad woman got a hold on me. Big bad woman got a hold on me. Well, I guess that it's over. This is the end. That's not so simple.
Well, this concludes the first part 8 of this particular show. And that's 4A. And 4B will be posted alongside this. So I'm hoping you'll join us on that too. Thank you very much. Angelo Marinosci signing off in the first hour of show 4A of Late AM Radio.
I can make a new start. Well, I guess that it's over. I can see my way clear. You turn things against me, and you brought me to tears. Your friends think I'm foolish. They can see how I've tried. There's no use in living, just a living a lie. Well, if I had some paper, well, I'd make you a heart. I'd take it and tear it. Yeah, I'd tear it apart. You want out your welcome, and you used me, it's true. And I know for certain I'm still loving you. Well, it's hard to be gentle in a world that runs cold. The harder you try, well, it just makes you whole. In time I'll feel different, I know that I can. I know for certain you just can't understand. Well, I guess that it's over. Yeah, this is the end. Life's not so simple. Well, is it, my friend? You lie and talk falsely, and you've broken my heart. And I guess if it's over, I can make a new start.
Please hang up and try again.